Hey guys, Nick Drossos.
And Dr. Laurent here
And today we're going to talk about the effects of
alcohol.
alcohol. My first question is, Doc, do you drink?
Well, like most North Americans, I do socially.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, what are the effects, like the long-term, short-term? How much do we drink to actually have, like, at what
Okay.
point is it? Let's break it all down.
Let's do that for the third grader to understand it.
Yes, good.
So, what is alcohol? Alcohol is a substance, okay? It's a kind of sugar that we cannot metabolize.
Kind of sugar we can't metabolize.
We can't metabolize it.
What does that mean? Our system can't digest it?
That's why, okay, you get drunk.
Because your system can't
No.
take it in. Okay.
We don't metabolize it.
So what happens to it?
Well, either goes away,
Okay.
as is.
Like we pee it out or we...
You pee it out,
Okay.
usually. So that's one. Second thing, poisons you. So when you drink alcohol, brings a lot of energy to you. Since you cannot metabolize it, it causes damage
Okay.
from head to toe. Let's say brain, eyes, okay, feelings, perceptions, right? Heart problems, specifically beer.
Beer? I thought beer... Okay, I'll let you... We'll talk about it after, yeah.
Yes. Liver issues, pancreatic issues, like pancreatitis. It's one of the big causes of pancreatitis is alcohol. Then after that, you will have gastric issues that are, that got worsened by alcohol. You will have kidney issues.
How much alcohol are we taking? What is... Like, how much are we talking about?
Average people will drink more than 12 to 15, consumptions per week.
That's a lot, I find.
Well, what do you call a consumption? It's
Like,
it's
an
2
ounce.
ounces. Yeah, 1 or 2 ounces depends on where we're where we're talking. Here in Canada is 1 ounce of hard liquor
Okay.
is
So you're talking about 15 ounces a week?
yeah.
Wow.
Yes. Sometimes people will tell you, I drank a beer. So what was the size of your beer? If it's a 335, it's one consumption. It's a 500, it's 1.5.
Good point.
So let's say that you had like, that you had like 12 Corona, but bigger ones,
Yeah.
12.
12 Coronas, I'm drunk, man. I'm passed out.
A friend, I don't need 3. I just need to smell that thing.
Yeah.
That's it, and I'm gone. So, let's say that you drank 12. It's 18 consumptions in one day. And some people will tell me, I do not drink every day, but how many drinks do you have on weekends? They will tell me, usually I drink 4 beers on weekends. I'm like, when do your weekends start and when does it end?
Good point.
Here, people will tell you, it's a Thursday. It's from Thursday to Sunday night,
Yeah.
and they will tell you I hate Mondays well because we were drunk on Sunday. So that's easy.
Is it worse? Because I heard it was worse. It's better to have like 1 or 2 drinks a day than to drink 7 or 8.
I would prefer someone to have a glass of wine with your food instead of binge drinking on weekend.
Yeah.
And usually when you binge drink, you will take more risk since it inhibits a parts of your brain. Okay, that makes you reason. So the frontal cortex. So you will see things differently. You will do things that you would never that you
I think
would have
that's why
never
people
done.
drink, right? Because it takes away the inhibition. It calms you. It relaxes you.
It doesn't relax you. It may give you a sense of relaxation, but
Yes.
it doesn't. It also causes insomnia too.
Yeah, I've noticed that when I have a couple of drinks, I don't sleep well.
Decrease sexual performance. That's all
And
they
we think
wanted to hear about.
and we think it's the opposite, right? We think when we drink, we're gonna...
You have a better sex. Yes, you think you had better sex, but just ask your partner. Do not ask yourself. Ask your partner. how did I do today? Well,
What's
he or she will tell
what's the
you not
effects?
great.
So what when we talk about getting drunk? What actually happens when we say the feeling of being drunk? That means what happens to the brain? Why do we get drunk?
Why do you get drunk? Because you have too much alcohol in your system and you cannot get rid of it. To get rid of alcohol, you need water. So what it does to you, it takes most of your water away.
Alcohol.
So then you will have the next day effect, right?
Hangover.
So you have hangover, and the next morning you cannot function. You have one thing to do. You don't need any Tylenol, Advil, or anything. You need water.
That's it.
You need water. You need electrolytes. You need, some apple juice, please. Just have a glass of apple juice, then drink water. You're fine. You will be fine.
Is that the best thing to drink for hangover?
Oh yeah,
The apple juice?
apple juice. Gatorade.
Gatorade.
You're good with it. Myself.
But how do you avoid getting drunk? That means I heard for every drink you should have a glass of water.
Yes, that's how for every consumption.
Every consumption.
If you, let's say, if you say, if you take it double, it's two consumption. And when the officer asks you how many drink did you have today, you will say two, but you're drunk AF. So
Yeah.
what can you say? I had 2 glass. Yeah, 2 glass of what? How much was your glass?
Let me ask a question. Because I drink. I try to minimize it to 2 drinks every time I do drink, not more than 2.
Good.
And I'll go to 4. The max is 5. At 5 is
Why would you drink 5?
like 5, like 2 glasses of wine, then I'll have something else, then maybe a beer. Through a span of like 4 or 5 hours.
Okay. Okay.
Right? With
Perfect.
food. Like I'll have my
One
2
per hour could be fine.
one per hour. Okay.
1 per hour and have water in between.
Okay.
If you do that, you will enjoy it more. And also alcohol slows time.
That's for sure.
Slows time.
What about food?
Well,
Is there
that's yes. We have type of food that we can take with alcohol that help us digest it. If we have, greasier food.
okay?
Yeah.
It helps?
It helps. But it helps you won't be as drunk if you, let's say, wine and cheese, you won't be as drunk, but your liver will still feel it.
Yeah.
So
I found eating McDonald's help. After a
didn't
little
I just told you
yeah,
about greasy food?
it helps.
There is greasy food, very greasy food, and McDonald's. Okay, that's the top of it. It tops everything.
I remember being young, drinking, and then going to La Fleur's
At 2 a.m. or
yeah,
3 a.m.
with
That's
a
the best,
greasy
eh?
poutine and a
Yes.
hamburger.
And you have it.
Ah, it
and the
felt
next day you're fine.
Fine, I swear. It was the weirdest thing.
That's great. So, alcohol, we tend to drink alcohol a lot. It also dehydrates your skin. Yes. The next day you will have, a very bad look. That's how they describe it. You have that alcohol face. You look dehydrated.
point, yeah.
You look tired. You couldn't sleep. And when you cannot digest it, we have some people who cannot digest it who will throw up.
I've been there.
Guilty. If I have,
So when you throw up, it's because you can't digest it.
you cannot take,
But is it the alcohol or the food that you can't digest that you
you
took with?
cannot digest the alcohol, and your stomach is helping you put it out, please.
And is it a good thing? Like I remember, like when I was young, and I mean, a few times I did drink to the point where it was like too much, like on a New Year's Eve, and I remember just sticking my thumb in my throat and being like, okay, I'm gonna take it all out because I
Yeah.
just is that
It's it can cause some lesions, some medical lesions. Some people might bleed from it. So if you want to throw up, okay, fine, just do that and make sure you hydrate yourself. That's the key with alcohol. Okay, if you can avoid drinking, is the best you can do. Avoid alcohol. Okay, some people will say I had cocktails, then mocktails, and water and stuff like that. Myself, I will tell you, if I will drive, or if I will, I won't drink. I will take one consumption at best, but not more than that. And that would be a glass of wine. Okay.
I find so question because I like beer,
Mhm.
beer, wine, hard liquor.
All of them are alcohol. You have different, different quantity in each of them. So different concentration. So you will have the same amount of alcohol in 1 ounce of hard liquor or in a beer. And it depends on the type of beer. You will have some light beers that can be 6%. You can have harder ones that could be up to 12.
It's true.
And
So the alcohol is always the same, no matter like when we say alcohol, it's the same
same
substance
compound,
compound in each one,
same chemical.
irrelevant of wine, beer,
Whatever
but it
you
probably
drink,
changes as it's with the mix, right? Because I
Yeah.
find that beer doesn't. It still hydrates me. It's weird. I don't.
you
I don't.
feel hydrated, but you pee more than you
Yes.
drink.
Yes, that's true.
You get dehydrated. What beers does do to your kidneys? Tells your kidney, oh, I had too much today. I drank too much, so I need to get it out.
Yeah.
So
But
out
I
of
don't.
control
I never get a hangover with beer. Like I never get the
because
headache.
you pee
Yeah.
a lot, and if you don't drink, my friend, you will have a hangover from beer. But why you don't have it with beer? Because you have the same amount of alcohol on a longer period of time. So when you have a hard liquor, it's a punch on the face.
Yeah,
Just
that's
had it.
so. When you talk about hard liquor, tequila, gin,
Whatever.
Babancourt, rum.
Babancourt is
That's
a
the
rum.
worst. I've drank that stuff.
No, if you had Babancourt before,
Yeah, I've had it.
if you have
That's
the
hard rum.
3 stars,
Can't remember which one it was.
my friend, there is one that is so soft. So it's another story for another day. So
But when we're looking at liquor, which one's
40%.
which one's the least worst for your body? Is there one? They're all the same.
Okay.
It's the amount
If
that
it's
you're going to
sweet,
drink.
if it's sweet,
Yeah.
it's a threat.
That means if it has color, right away.
Color kills.
Yeah.
Okay, color, sugar in it. If it's sweet, sugary, syrupy, Jaeger.
Oh, Jaeger, I've had that stuff.
That's the
Ye-
only
ah.
alcohol that will make you say its name.
Yeah, Jaeger, Jägermeister or Goldschlager. Remember they used to make this mix.
No, don't do that.
I've had that.
Don't
That's
do
the
that.
worst
It
stuff.
kills you.
Yeah.
Okay, and also alcohol, attack your nerves, as I said, and it's one of the withdrawal that you don't want to go through is alcohol withdrawal. It's hard, and I've seen people going through therapy for that, close therapy, and society has made alcohol, a subject of pride. You had a promotion, you will drink champagne or wine to celebrate.
Yeah.
It's your birthday, you will have some to celebrate. It's weekend, you celebrate. Well, we are saying that drugs, alcohol is part of them.
Yeah, it's true. Good point.
So when you tell me, oh, I'm going to celebrate, yes, have you ever got drunk on champagne?
It's the worst. I have. It's the worst hangover.
Oh,
I
yeah.
hate it.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
A
yeah. but
headache.
I love champagne, actually. I can drink a bottle of champagne. I will drink it, and I'll be fine the next morning.
Wow.
That's the only alcohol that doesn't give me any hangover.
How?
I am lucky because I drink water.
Yeah,
basically.
that's really the trick. Is just drink water.
That's a trick.
So let me tell
Eat
you,
and drink water.
I have to share a story because I was in Greece. I was in Santorini with one of my uncles, and he took out I still remember it, a big 1 liter bottle of water with his wine. Told me, this is homemade. I've made it. It's 100% organic. There's nothing in it. We drank the whole bottle. He goes, go to sleep now. You're going to wake up like a champ. I remember thinking, I'm going to have the worst hangover. I remember drinking the bottle with him, going to bed, waking up and feeling
Like, okay.
like a champ, like I slept so well. But
Yes,
is
but-
it because it was organic and
Not necessarily the organic. It's the quantity of alcohol per ml of liquid, so concentration.
It's true. So probably it wasn't as hard as.
It's not as hard. It was not, aging. It was not aged enough. So when it ages, it has more alcohol in it.
And when you stop drinking, how long does it take?
24 hours.
24 hours. No, but how long?
Withdrawal.
How long does it take for your body to repair itself from the abuse of alcohol? Is
that a thing?
I don't know. I'm at like I
it depends to which point you got.
Like, because I've seen sometimes pictures of alcoholics, and then they're like after them stop drinking, and they completely change their skin.
They look younger.
Yeah,
that's one. But as their liver, it takes a long time, very very long time.
But the liver like regenerates.
Fatty disease, alcohol derived fatty disease, alcohol related fatty disease, alcoholic cirrhosis. Yeah. If you got to the point of a cirrhosis, you will need a transplant. Yeah. So,
but that means you must be a heavy drinker to get to that.
It depends. Right. It depends. Some people depends. It's like lung cancer. Wow. Yeah. We have other causes for cirrhosis, but alcoholic cirrhosis is one of the main kind. Well, now people drink less. Well, because we have other ways of doing things. We have sniffing things. I'm not naming names.
Yeah,
we have the ones that we can, smoke. Yeah. We have the ones that we put in our veins just to see reality differently. Yeah. So I think the best thing that we can do as humans is to accept reality as is. Mm. You don't need anything to change the reality for you, because the next morning it will come close to your nose and punch you on the face.
Yeah.
So alcohol basically is a compound that we find in many, many things. We find it in nature. Okay? If you have any food that is rotten, you will smell the alcohol in it. Sometimes you can have some fruits, you cannot have a lot of them because you might be drunk after.
Oh, wow.
Yes. If you have a pineapple that is rotten,
you're going to get drunk.
Do not eat that. If you eat 2-3 of them, you're done.
You're done.
You're done. And pineapple wine is the best.
Pineapple wine?
Yes.
Where do you get that?
I've made that in chemistry, so chemistry school. So it was great. It was great. We made that. It was superb. Love it. But pineapple, you don't eat a lot of them because that can give you more alcohol. Okay, that can give you a feeling of not hangover, but you're too relaxed, you're too slow.
I've noticed one thing is that when people want to lose weight and they start training with, the first thing I tell them, obviously soft drink, 7-Up, Coke. The second thing I say, you got to stop the alcohol. It's as soon as they stop alcohol.
Actually, it's the first thing that you should do. If you stop alcohol, okay, you will have more energy. Your brain will it will be hard at first, of course, like for everything and anything, but you will get used to it. Okay, and then after soft drinks, yeah, fine. It's sugar in a box.
Yeah.
Sugar in a box. Now alcohol is too normal. I think we downgrade the effects of alcohol until it's too late. You can be sober now, having 4 or 5 glasses of wine, then still drive.
Yeah, no, that's.
You had a lot.
Yeah.
You had a lot to drink. Well, if you had something greasy, might take longer for that alcohol to get through your system. That's why when we eat while drinking,
it's better.
It's better. You will still have the same amount of alcohol, but you will have it over a longer period of time. So you won't be as drunk. You might have more time to get home but you might throw up after, but you will get home safely. I'm not giving recipes here for people to drink and drive. Okay.
Yeah, no,
I am against that, and
100%.
drinking and taking risk, you
Yeah,
know.
don't. If you, I think even if you have like one drink is the max. If I have food
Yes.
after that, I don't. I would
I will
never
stop.
risk it.
I
Yeah.
will stop it. And guys, please, alcohol, you can have, it's your choice. But when you see me as a professional, I will ask you, how much alcohol do you drink? You will tell me, well, when I go out. So, how often do you go out? Every weekend. Oh, how much alcohol do you usually drink? They'll tell you, I don't know, 4 or 5.
Yeah. It
Do you
adds
go out on Friday and Saturday? It's maxed, you know? And the consumption that someone can take depends on your weight.
yeah. Good point. What is it in terms of weight?
Usually, a man of 70 kilos, 70 kilos, 1.8 meters, can they counsel that you should drink up to 10 to 12 consumption per week, but it's way over.
Yeah.
It's way over what you should have, actually.
Yeah. I think it's yeah.
It's way less than that. It should be half of that.
Yeah, me
Should be
too.
5, 6.
Yeah.
So, and women, let's say 5 to 8 per week. Okay, I'm very conservative in alcohol, and I tell it to people, and they will tell you, "Oh, no, it's not a problem." And when you stop drinking alcohol, the first thing that you will see, you will start to shake.
For real, I didn't know
You'll
that.
shake
Ah.
for long, and we will have to medicate you until it goes away.
Does your body like? There's certain people like who get like because they drink a lot. You end up like if I have 2 drinks, I'm buzzing because I don't drink. Right?
Yeah.
At 2 drinks, I'm like, ooh, I'm just perfectly nice. Because I don't really drink during the week. I'm a
Well,
social drinker, maybe on the weekend.
Yeah,
But people that drink more often, do they become more?
they will need an eye opener. It's a cage history.
No, but does it become like? Does your body get adapted and needs more every time to get more
It's
drunk?
withdrawal. It's withdrawal. If you don't want to get through withdrawal, you will need your eye opener. That's how we call it.
Eye opener meaning?
Hmm?
Eye opener meaning?
No. Eye opener. So
Yeah.
when you wake up in the morning, you will need that alcohol to get you going.
Going.
That's that's not easy.
I need my coffee. Coffee's not an addiction, right?
Guilt. It's still it's still an addiction. Now I try to cut it down too.
Coffee?
Yes.
No, don't touch my coffee.
Well,
I
it's a
love
choice.
coffee.
It's been like 37 years that I've been having coffee, okay? I started coffee at 3.
But you're Haitian, so they were like,
It's part of my
culture.
breakfast. It's part of my breakfast. So it's for me it's normal to drink coffee, and I drink it once a day. And some people will tell you it's a coffee.
it's a Haitian coffee.
No, when they say Brazilian coffee, they will put alcohol in it.
Oh yeah.
So it's not a Brazilian coffee. It's a alcoholic coffee. Okay, it's an alcoholic beverage. So let's go back to our listeners. Guys, if you can avoid alcohol and if you can push that at a later age, it's better for you, because once you get addicted to that thing, it takes a lot to get you out of it, and it takes a toll on you, makes you look older than you should be. Okay, then you should look, and also will play a role on your brain. It's a cause of dementia too.
That scares me.
It's-
Really, it
it's
affects
a-
the brain to dementia, the
Yeah.
alcohol?
Yeah.
It's been proven?
Oh yes, a long time ago.
How, like heavy drinkers, I'm assuming, right?
Well, of course, heavy drinkers or people who drink usually regular drinkers. That's how we call them, and they are used to delirium. When they get to a hospital, it's a change of mental state when you don't have any alcohol for 48 hours. We call that in medical language delirium treatments.
Okay.
And when that happens, we will need to give them some benzodiazepines. That's how we treat it until they have no more symptoms.
Wow.
Yeah.
So I think, you know
It's a very long subject that we could go for hours about it. And alcohol is something that is so present in nature. So we have bacteria that make alcohol, and some people will tell you that there is a syndrome that is called self-brewery syndrome. Some people have a type of bacteria that produces alcohol in their own gut. So
they're probably always drunk.
yeah, they are drunk, but they might never touch alcohol for a long time, and they still get drunk for nothing. So it's a very difficult to prove. It's very difficult to prove, but it happens. But it's so rare. So that
I think again, I don't drink a lot, but I'm thinking the next step in my life
is to cut it down.
Completely stop, never drink again. Just complete, like, I'm a health freak. I do everything. It's probably the only thing that I do that's a little bit.
If I offer you a glass of champagne, would you take it? If you don't drink and I'm having champagne,
I would have to learn to say no and say, I can't drink.
That's great. That's great. Always say no and think about yourself. And guys, I will leave you with that. Do not drink and drive. It's not great. Or text. That can be dangerous.
Yeah, we do a lot of stupid shit when we're drunk.
Okay. Do not drink and text, at least.
So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Make sure to subscribe and hit the bell. And thanks for watching. We'll see you guys next week.
Okay, goodbye.